Ever miss the perfect shot because you were fumbling with your camera's menus? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you that with just a few tweaks, you could switch between autofocus settings, metering modes, and subject detection types, all without taking your eye off the viewfinder? Stick around because I'm about to show you how to unlock your Nikon Z camera's full potential. Hi, Joe here from Shutter Speak Photography. It is very nice to see your smiling face again here on YouTube. I've been a professional photographer for over 20 years with experience shooting the National Hockey League, major New York City concerts, pop culture events, weddings, portraits, real estate, and more. Often in photography, timing is everything. And that's exactly why this setup matters. If you're an event, sports, or concert photographer, or frankly, anyone who needs speed and precision, this setup is going to change the way you shoot. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. Now, imagine you're at a concert. You're trying to focus on the lead singer, but there's a guitarist closer to the camera, and subject tracking keeps locking onto the wrong person. You only have 3 songs to get all your shots, so being able to switch focus modes quickly, say from auto area to single point or a custom box, is critical. Or maybe you're photographing wildlife, maybe a bird in flight, and suddenly your kid does something adorable off to the side. Being able to switch subject detection modes from bird to people in a flash means you catch that priceless family moment. Or maybe you're shooting an outdoor event as the sun sets. The light is constantly shifting between golden hour glow and deep shadow. Quickly toggling your meter mode from matrix to spot lets you keep the exposure dialed in even if your subject is heavily backlit. Seamless. Here's how to set it up. Okay, so to set this up, first thing you're going to do is you're going to jump into your custom settings menu. Okay, from there you're going to jump down to controls, which is F, and then select that. And then you want to go over to custom controls shooting, which on most cameras is F2, but yours could be slightly different. Clicking on that, and you're going to see a little graphic of your camera and all the programmable function buttons that are on it. And some you may have, some you may not. Like for this, for example, this is the battery grip, which this Z8 I do not have, so that obviously would not be a button I would assign. But so we're going to work with F1, F2, and then F3. So for F1, what you want to do is you're going to set this to AF, focus mode, AF area mode. And so what this is going to allow you to do is just press that top button, the one that's highlighted in yellow there, and that while you're looking through the viewfinder or using the back monitor, holding that button will bring up your autofocus options, and simply spinning the command dial will change the option. So the command dial is the rotating knob both front and back of the camera. Okay, so if we go into function number 2, we're going to select that to metering, and the same thing's going to apply here. So we just simply hold down that bottom button, and now we can change metering. It will appear in the viewfinder when you do this. Okay, so you can change on the fly. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about is being able to change the that function 3. The way I have it set up is the lock button on the back of the camera, because quite frankly I don't use that button and it's easy to hit with your thumb. So you're going to set that to access top item in my menu. Okay, and this is going to be your subject detection options here. So once you've set that, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to hit menu again, and then we are going to go down to our My Menu, which is the bottom option. And the top item in your My Menu is going to need to be AF Subject Detection Options. Okay, so how do you do that if you don't know how to set up the My Menu? Well, just go into your My Menu, go all the way down to the bottom. And if you don't have anything, it may be all the way at the top. Just hit Add Items, and it's going to ask you what menu. You're going to choose the photo shooting menu. And then from there, it is, let's see, somewhere towards the end there. There it is. AF subject detection options. Just hit OK. It's telling me it's already in there because it is already in my menu. But had you done that, that would have put it in the my menu. Now, if it's not your top option, then you can just select rank items in the my menu, and it will allow you to move any menu item up or down. So just hit OK on whichever one is highlighted, and then you'll see the yellow bar that's going to indicate where you're going to place the item. You're going to place it all the way at the top and press OK again. And once you are done with that, just hit menu and you are all set. Okay, so to demonstrate how this works, we have the captain here. Now, let's say I want to change my autofocus options. All I need to do is hit that FN1 button, function 1, the top button on the front of the camera, and you'll see now my autofocus options are right there. Switching the back command dial is going to change the type. So manual to continuous to single, whichever it is I want. Spinning the front command dial is going to change the points. So I can change to whatever system of points that I want there. And you'll see the only problem is, of course, we can't change out whether it's people detection or animal detection or whatever it might be, but I can change the type of box that I'm using for focusing. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. And it's very quick and simple and fast and easy to do. Now, let's say I wanted to change the exposure mode. All I got to do now is hit the bottom button, function 2, and metering comes right up. And now I can just spin the back command dial, and that's going to change my metering mode for me right there. And I'm done. Again, camera never leaves my eye. Now, let's say I want to shut off face detection for whatever reason. Maybe I want to switch to bird detection or something else. Let's just hit function 3. The menu item comes right up. Now, all I need to do is use my command dial to say, all right, maybe I want to shut it off. Shut it off, hit the shutter button, and I'm back. So that's pretty much as fast as you can possibly get it, as far as I have been able to figure until something better comes along. But so far, this methodology has worked seamlessly for me. Now, if you have a Nikon Z9, you do have a function 3 button on the front of the camera as well, and I would tend to probably put it there, but because I do have a Z8 and a Z9, I don't like buttons to be in different places on different camera bodies because it gets a little bit confusing. But so that is the setup. So here's the bottom line. Would I use this custom button setup? 100% yes, I already do. It saved me countless missed shots and simplified my workflow dramatically. If you're tired of clunky menu diving and want a smoother, more intuitive shooting experience, set this up today. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more gear tips and tutorials, and drop your favorite Nikon Z customization tip in the comments below. What's the one function you could wish you could access faster during a shoot? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.